From tragedy to triumph, from basic safety to artificial intelligence, the story of good manufacturing practices represents one of the most crucial developments in pharmaceutical history. Today, we'll explore how GMP evolved from a response to crisis into the backbone of modern drug safety. Our story begins in 1937, in the shadows of the Great Depression. The S.E. Massengill Company in Tennessee was looking for a way to make their antibiotic, sulfanilamide, more palatable for children. Without proper testing, they dissolved the drug in diethylene glycol, a sweet-tasting but highly toxic compound used in antifreeze. The result was catastrophic. Within weeks, over 100 people died, including many children. This tragedy, known as the Elixir Sulfanilamide disaster, shocked the nation and exposed the dangerous gaps in pharmaceutical regulation. The public outcry was immediate and overwhelming. In 1938, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, fundamentally changing how medicines would be made and regulated forever. The 1938 Act was just the beginning. The 1950s brought new challenges as pharmaceutical manufacturing became more complex and global. The thalidomide tragedy of the early 1960s, where a sedative caused severe birth defects in thousands of babies worldwide, further highlighted the need for stringent manufacturing standards. In response, the FDA began developing comprehensive guidelines for pharmaceutical manufacturing. These weren't just rules about ingredients. They covered every aspect of how medicines should be made. The concept was revolutionary. Good manufacturing practices would ensure that every pill, every injection, every medicine was made consistently, safely, and to the highest quality standards. 5 fundamental principles emerged. First, personnel. Only trained, qualified individuals could handle pharmaceutical manufacturing. Second, facilities. Manufacturing environments must be designed and maintained to prevent contamination. Third, documentation. Every step, every batch, every decision must be recorded and traceable. Fourth, quality control. Independent testing must verify that products meet specifications. Fifth, validation manufacturing processes must be scientifically proven to work consistently. By the 1970s, GMP had evolved into a comprehensive framework. Personnel became the foundation of GMP. Workers needed specific qualifications, ongoing training, and clear understanding of their responsibilities. Facilities had to be designed with contamination prevention in mind. Air filtration systems, proper lighting, segregated areas for different products, and easy-to-clean surfaces became mandatory. Documentation became the memory of manufacturing. Batch records tracked every ingredient, every step, every test. If something went wrong, investigators could trace exactly what happened and when. As pharmaceutical companies became global, a new challenge emerged. Different countries had different GMP requirements. In 1990, the International Council for Harmonization was formed. ICH developed the Q-Series guidelines, covering everything from stability testing to pharmaceutical development. Suddenly, a pharmaceutical facility in Japan operated under the same principles as one in Germany or Brazil. The 1990s and 2000s brought the digital revolution to GMP. Paper records gave way to electronic systems, but this created new challenges. In 1997, the FDA issued 21 CFR Part 11, governing electronic records and signatures. This required electronic systems to be as secure and reliable as paper records. The 2000s introduced process analytical technology, real-time monitoring and control of manufacturing processes. Instead of just testing the final product, manufacturers could monitor quality throughout production. The 21st century brought new challenges that traditional GMP hadn't anticipated. Biologic medicines made from living cells rather than chemical synthesis required entirely new approaches. Personalized medicines, including gene and cell therapies, challenged the concept of large batch manufacturing. How do you apply GMP principles when making medicine for just one patient? Increasingly complex global supply chains meant that a single medicine might involve raw materials from India, manufacturing in Ireland, and packaging in Puerto Rico. In 2009, the FDA introduced a paradigm shift: quality by design. Traditional GMP was reactive: test the product and reject bad batches. QBD was proactive design quality into the process from the beginning. This approach meant fewer batch failures, more consistent products, and ultimately safer medicines for patients. Today we stand at the threshold of the most dramatic transformation in GMP history: the integration of artificial intelligence and advanced digitalization. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing every aspect of pharmaceutical manufacturing. AI algorithms analyze equipment data to predict failures before they happen, preventing contamination and production delays. Digital twin technology creates virtual replicas of manufacturing facilities. Engineers can simulate process changes, predict outcomes, and optimize operations without risking actual production. Today's GMP landscape is more complex and sophisticated than ever before. Key global standards include ICH Q8, Q9, Q10 for quality by design principles, and emerging regulations for advanced manufacturing technologies. Regulators are rapidly adapting to new technologies with computer software assurance, continuous manufacturing guidelines, and data integrity requirements. As we look to the future, GMP continues to evolve. Fully autonomous manufacturing systems guided by AI and machine learning could operate with minimal human intervention while maintaining the highest quality standards. Quantum computing could revolutionize pharmaceutical development and manufacturing optimization, solving complex molecular problems that are impossible with current technology. Future GMP will likely incorporate environmental sustainability as a core requirement, balancing patient safety with environmental responsibility. For pharmaceutical companies ready to embrace the future of GMP, implementation requires careful planning and strategic thinking, with phases for assessment, pilot implementation, and full-scale integration. The future faces both challenges including cybersecurity threats and regulatory coordination, and opportunities like personalized medicine at scale and accelerated drug development. From the tragedy of 1937 to the AI-powered facilities of today, good manufacturing practices have continuously evolved to meet the challenges of their time. What began as a response to crisis has become the foundation of pharmaceutical quality. Today's pharmaceutical manufacturers inherit not just regulations and guidelines, but a responsibility that traces back nearly a century. They are the guardians of public health, the stewards of scientific progress, and the architects of medical miracles. As we look toward an AI-enhanced future, the core principles remain unchanged. Quality cannot be compromised, safety cannot be negotiated, and patient welfare must always come first. The story of good manufacturing practices is far from over. It is a living, breathing system that continues to adapt, innovate, and improve. The journey continues, the mission endures, and the future of pharmaceutical manufacturing has never looked brighter. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the evolution of good manufacturing practices. Together we continue building a safer, healthier world.